ebea me ko dunia semialo etike ni emese mo semie me kubie bokame aya mame o kuni oya emfa pon yondie dete pon moche ni akoko no ni baba ndenga ngome haso pero mo kwa nya be no mage pero mo kwa nya be no mage be aso no nyoma le murumuru ni akomi amokora be no mage amoto amonye babu enya kwa ebre nje kwa ba wonti ni akonu ndie kamro koju ni akomi amo ba fakeni be okebedi aho kazu na ho kazu ni amage ngomi yo mi mami o mangombe du akoko adu angremo afa obese awa semiaro adu asemiaro afa kutuku ye ano adu bonulo koko jimbre ndi oble akpetoko koko ni agua afo ni aju yo mangomo beti be koko enyama biye koso o anwe ba efo bisawo no ane bobo ye ni mo baba no maje be kebe kuni obe ye mami mo baba no kutuku be kebe chemo ebe me ko dunia semialo etike ni emese mo semie me kubie bokame aya mame o kuni oya emfa pon yondie dete pon moche ni akoko no ni baba ndenga ngome aso pero mo kwa nya be no mage pero mo kwa nya be no mage be aso no nyoma le murumuru ni akomi amokora be no mage amoto amonye babu enya kwa ebre nje kwa ba wonti ni akonu ndie kamro koju ni akomi amo ba fakeni be okebedi aho kazu na ho kazu ni amage ngomi yo mi mami o mangombe du akoko adu angremo afa obese awa semiaro adu asemiaro afa kutuku ye ano adu bonulo koko jimbre ndi oble akpetoko koko ni agua afo ni aju yo mangomo baba no maje be kebe kuni obe ye mami mo baba no kutuku be kebe chemo ebe me ko dunia semialo etike ni emese mo semie me kubie bokame aya mame o kuni oya emfa pon yondie dete pon moche ni akoko no ni baba ndenga ngome aso pero mo kwa nya be no mage pero mo kwa nya be no mage be aso no nyoma le murumuru ni akomi amokora be no mage amoto amonye babu enya kwa ebre nje kwa ba wonti ni akonu ndie kamro koju ni akomi amo ba fakeni be okebedi aho kazu na ho kazu ni amage ngomi yo mi mami o mangombe du akoko adu angremo afa obese awa semiaro adu asemiaro afa kutuku ye ano adu bonulo koko jimbre ndi oble akpetoko koko ni agua afo ni aju yo mangomo beti be koko enyama biye koso o anwe ba efo bisawo no ane bobo ye ni mo baba no maje be kebe kuni obe ye mami mo baba no kutuku be kebe chemo ebe me ko dunia semialo etike ni emese mo semie me kubie bokame aya mame o kuni oya emfa pon yondie dete pon moche ni akoko no ni baba ndenga ngome aso pero mo kwa nya be no mage pero mo kwa nya be no mage be aso no nyoma le murumuru ni akomi amokora be no mage amoto amonye babu enya kwa ebre nje kwa ba wonti ni akonu ndie kamro koju ni akomi amo ba fakeni be okebedi aho kazu na ho kazu ni amage ngomi yo mi mami o mangombe du akoko adu angremo afa obese awa semiaro adu asemiaro afa kutuku ye ano adu bonulo koko jimbre ndi oble akpe koko ni angua afo ni anju ni o mango mo.
All right, obisha mama kwa aba Emra Odiasampa TV. Naso yaba aba bedi nkomo biem ya live ewo YouTube enko a nti mesro se odwan ne me ano aba modin a ahye ama afoforo aba abeka obisha ko ne yendi nkomo eye on the 9th ya sisi awe ni yesi eye se minim se eye keep work ana se eye den a na we na abrani abribia ayama asama meka efa Ghana e protest ayeye eho and yenua Cyrus eye tuntum network eyo obi a ono nso eba ne se yenka oman no eho asem ene international politics a odimu akoten ye pa na waba abeka sa protest anase walk no a ebe koso no waba abeka eho asem na mepese yebetie sane osi describe kwan a yebefa so a yebenya successful results from our leaders no na enkoye te sane da bia ABCD na so still yebewie na yegina ya na mu yekokokwa na yegina ya na mu no eno eho enkomo ena yeba bedi ena afei so no eye Captain Smart ono so waba beka bibi de afa eye that the lumba free or free mono na all can celebrities asam na eno nso ebetie na num asam no ye wi a ye celebrities na akasa no in fact me won sem bebre e de efa omo ho a eno nso ye ba bedi eho enkomo ti mesa so unya dwan ne me ano abomode ase obobo love no so na afi nso no wa share ama afoforo aba abeka ho enti yan sha ase free air Captain Smart and some are all can also.
Afei, mamembra burunim. Ojai. And I will still say it because I know what I am talking about.
Okay.
Celebrities I want Ghana ha emu man and mema enye hwe ne yehwehwe wu ba wen simani ne mon komo ana ya branch bi no on tia se enu na me because on the studio on soon
I don't take so I don't take madness. I don't take far.
And yet she no be a wooding e krum ha. And maybe we catch Elder Noah or Columbus, Ohio. Because I say, Elder, never in my life do I want to be tolerated. I want to be celebrated.
When
he is smart, he is unique.
I am Pentecost of Penin.
So,
I'll buy someone say I'm a
so,
Ubisami say, Sim, Mamentiase.
so.
Me say at the very particular moment, Godwin Bernard said,
So,
he is tolerating me.
so,
It means that he's lost everything for me.
so.
Captain Smart.
At the very particular moment,
So,
JB would decide that
so,
we are just tolerating
so.
somebody. It means that he has lost everything for that.
Captain Smart.
Inti Captain Smart no opachere se Ghana ha no ye tolerate no mponie. Ghana ha na nkasa no ye tolerate wo. Inti se wo pese obi celebrate wo dia ene sisi a na eye sa NDC full soldiers for no ena ebe celebrate wo. Na se oman mu na nkasa de one kasano de you don't deserve to be celebrated because one kasano onye honest kura emma omino na nka wuntumi ensori emo bi mfiri ne mamu emba wo mamu na sa nipa ni mom emma oppose ewo one kasa woman emu and with sa attitude we no character we o pese Ghana for celebrate you well yan was way
The king of morning
And
shows.
I do not ever wish to be tolerated. Because when you be broke, I have tolerated this for a very long time and I can't have it anymore.
Captain Smart.
Because
nti no Ghana for ankasa no ya tolerate wa for so many long time and this time around no sa wo niam hunu no ye nya ready say you better tolerate obi because send ya ukodru Igbo king ho a ofro ho as a journalist and or respond we dey buy and say na wo baby and na ye frɛ wo as a journalist ye frɛ bibi a niam ni say otena ase eye ho investigation ehu the background say ade na ya frɛ say bra na bɛyɛ no say na sitie say na obesi ayɛ no ne fapem ankasa ne say na wie ya nso ene say eno ane say ye frɛ wa na okoko kunturu ho ene esesa ahwenneɛ ene ahwenche ede ehye wutiri and sisi an Ghana for no say there be this time around no yentumi entorate u ebiem
celebration, our expiry dates, but celebration can never end. If your wife, if your husband, if your girlfriend, if your boyfriend is celebrating you, it means that there's no expiry to celebration. Because as soon as and for the time you continue to be a celebrity, you must be celebrated. And when somebody refuses to celebrate you
Morning shows.
and begins to tolerate you, it means that the person has had it to the cuff. So do not tolerate me. Don't tolerate.
nti Captain Smart ka say my entorate na this time around na Ghana for no wo no nya ade a obi eba be celebrate ne biem na emom tolerance no so na yasen yatwa so yentorate wo biem nti sisi a me no wo ka say wan kasa kra no wo ye kra every system ni mu nti no minim say bia we find another ways because mo dey aya na sometimes no mo always means a mo sign so e dey build mo ho biem sisi a no kasa kra na Ghana for emfa wo serious biem
Tolerate me. Toleration can be anything. I can tolerate JB because maybe I need something from him. He could in turn
The
tolerate
king
me
of morning shows.
because he's expecting something from me. Gathering can tolerate and
see Captain Smart na ankasa no say ono ankasa no expose ne ho nokre pa nienti a NDC for authority wo na ade enti a won so authority o muyi na ne say omunim say wo obekasa ama mo party akoso remain relevant sa e de akọ 2028 election and one ankasa so authority omuni amahunu a ekoso no because anya hwe no yabe pack bi edi agu bottom and ye na ye nim Captain Smart send you sit here enu nti ena obi atumi afri ni kurom aba ono an mamu aba bebo no ohene wo ti ukurom wantumi ansi sa nipa no hene ohwohwo mom afri ni ba bi eba wu kurom a ono mom aba ma ohene waba be si position e wo no na henie mu Nyesika ankabe then what
he's
we
expecting something from Antaro, and Antaro in turn can tolerate Antibi because possibly he's also looking for something. But people celebrate people out of nothing. So I do not want to be tolerated forever. I want to be.
W. When I can say yes, celebrate will be out of nothing. And you say Uncle we are single for celebrating on Mom Dawson. You see, this is the kind of message I hear. Then the boss uncle for na baso such as say, "Oh my, your juma be a mad." ewiase hwan pa na osori ya wo so wonye bibia ne ye celebrate no ne won kofo kro mutumi ye bibi kra ye celebrate omo na wo a wote ba bia wonya hwe ene ye ba be celebrate o captain wada ma we de monga nchan so nsan mra foforo why na wanya ni yi
celebrated.
Captain Smart.
And I know I heard anybody or say, ah, what can I say?
I don't take
Lumba, onye nipa bone, and Rabbi Catch say, yeah, me, yeah. Say, me, yeah, time. Plan a minute, and Kuma Fest for fire, you know, and say, Yami, ya, do na Lumba be do and crofo. Lumba bedru and crofra assassin to say kukro on one casa lumba be brought in some time back 2024 February I said something God will be seen there or remember I told you time is God and God is time. You cannot decide for God. Least did I know that our plans could be disengaged by the creator of the universe. We were planning. Ama Kofibua was planning. Honorable Mamani friends said Jifa Gomashi, Patroni didn't Mayan right. Honorable Jifa Gomashi, even when I met them at Cape Coast, the plan was that we would surprise that Lumba.
Captain Smart.
Say I don't know the dream for us. Yabamane had the biggest shock of his life.
I don't take
Yaya meetings every Tuesday, Wednesday. Bisabeku Santana. I met Abeku Santana on Tuesday. I met him on Wednesday. I met Abeku Santana on Thursday. We were having meetings.
Captain Smart.
About Nkrumah Fest. Because President is saying Nkrumah Fest no wajafa Nidia. We're discussing. And I could see the passion in the eyes of Abeku Santana. And
He is
Yamame
unique. He is the best.
that of Amakufibua. Why? Lumba. Saturday no. Ye na ye wie enyimre no our Ridge Royal. The only thing that we could hear and say, yeah, Lumba night. Lumba night, really? Why? Nature say, yes, yeah, yes, yeah. There's a woo be our born a baswa born in there. Because me has a say, solo nimda me, minimda solo be.
Medamo asesemuamba. Ebi anene mama free neko mama have
God refer me papa, GH boy, papa, solo, papa, on therefore, your bomb money. A GH boy, then the bottom we are me do Yami, Mrani of a bonnet, Chanuma. Minimda, either of them will go. Pacho, why no Nimda, Professor Mills, me. But he's dead and gone. Rollins is dead and gone. Remember, me Teresa Kufuor is dead and gone. Whoever thought said that Simba Jaminabu dead and gone. Terrible Nchaka dead and gone. A lot of people dead and gone. But it's a nipam pedipa.
Captain Smart, the king of morning shows.
Me enra me bodua to my brabo so. So when me wa asem no wan kan ne. Na se me wu. Me wait no kan me ba be frɛ wa samado.
Nti isi one thing I na dey be American. This generation no omonim how to address issue ewo oman nim. So we nipa papa. So we nipa bonini. Sa we ye hwan eya ade a eka nipa ho uwu a ubenya obi obeka wachi asampa obi excuse me Ubenye obi nso a obeka wachi asambone. Na wasa ye jitum. And say as to say obi eka say daddy lumba de nika na oka any ade. Ye nima moma yenko yen ye akanfo yenkɔ ya bakwasɛm mu yenkɔ ya mamrɛ mu yenkɔ ya manie mu ne yenkɔ nkɔhwɛ sɛ uwu a bia na woni obi ye business bi ni sika ɛwɔ hɔ ya mamrɛ kyerɛ sɛ yɛmfa ye kan sɛ ɛka ɛnkɔ asamado saa nso na obi so ɛnde yɛka ɛma yɛmfa nkɔ asamado nti enyaba ne saa pɛ ntempara sawo ena wodi oni no a wahwere ne kra no enkwa pa no wakọ abusua no ho eyejo modihye ya wato fom yi medeneka ebia empemo ha anase ohanum nti ebia edasei anase edasei mede ebeba na abusua no ehu ene onfa micro ya trato se ode yedihye eka the same thing ena se wonso wode amum no eka ukwa abusuafo no ho ekobo mamane sorry the same thing ena won so say amum no ede woka ukwa abusuafo no ho ekọ na kobo mamane say eyi adwo modehie adwuma wei ni dwoi ena na meni ni die me sesa sei anase misika sei eka mu a wanfa mame ewo se otua ede mawo na se wantua akane no ehwa ena ofunu no kwa asamado a one mu bedi gisa ne na oni bibia momfa monsa enye den enka sanso ne ekwa kosie no so ayegu wonsa obi biara odan otenika no ama meka no okwa emane nda ondan no and true so obedan wo nti uye ne den ekan amamra ho nti momi anti ase so obi frim na obi ka papa fa no na obi ka bone fa no ho a eye normal thing enu nti ono akasa ne nti ne yekase oye legend oye na kire yie ohye ne nwom ne bibia ema no ho ose empempem dome empempem so na da etime enti se ende ote se obi eka da dilumba echi asambone a woye na adofo kra eni se wokasa ewo so woye din efisa abra wote ase no sa abra no mum na nka obi ka na echi asambone a obeka bia ma no akasa da bi lumba minim ne de onte sa na sa abra ya wokwa die woye den a enkofo ebeka papa afa no enkofo nso ebeka bone edi afa no nti se captain se bia o te ase ena wuwu a ena obi obeba beka wachi asambone na obeba befa na akọ no eno no enko ba bia gise ne bia nipa no ogu hu fi ewo kwan bi so a enye nokre ena obetumi aba befa no ba se ye te hanu mu a ye nyina ye nim se politics nokre wo ho ya osa woka na wo bottom nti wuntumi nka nokre even iboken one power no jonjon mi wa ye din ya wo ho okra ye kobo eyi obi bese ese igbo konu Captain Smartus ahwan wantumi ama me yi ano ni otumi kan ya ne se na onam baabi ena ye frɛ ena ye frɛ na wo ba ye no so na as a journalist no wantumi antena ase mbisa se daabi eyi we ye kan se afahye ya mudi ya mu invite me wa hai ne nkyerase ankasa ene sen na ne genesis ne ye kan se ne genesis ene sen na wie ye kra ene sen na ne nkyerase kra ene sen wantumi ambisa emu bia ehu eno anse ukoko kunturu wonom ene yesesa eho ne manema egu ukpon mu na se wawu a o se maka ene ne wo de ye ganafo ne de wu a ye beka o papa so bia wa ya mankofo maako mienu bi no omo so omo beka ena wo saman entumi enya hwe unless na meka na gise bia nipa no egu hu fi e wasem bia entesa aho
I'm a throw at Samado.
Captain Smart.
Make bibia.
He is smart. He is unique. He
Say I'm say when me was some come here say nante.
enu na mint.
Me ma me agi. Ene me papa jiri. Lumba opposite to hwa dey na eche. Enfutro kwan. Ko ka kire won. Fregod 0244173118.
Sure.
Naka no.
Captain Smart.
The producer who host no say. But one year Now we train me woo. Now I dream you say. Who be come me mechi asama? Tell me, some I be and who one year. No fridge me say only anu ye. Aje ye de na kwoto a amenam asonyanu ye. Ehu
Me suana.
Eti Bible kura ka say e di etire no.
Ojai.
And some my for who that better to tormento. Ehu ha. And now I was reading the Bible and then I realized that send any people and then assume because obi awu na dwewu the body a pro the nanya pro in sa pro be a say the Bible say or better to tormento. What it means is that ya so who was so yeah, Madam Troy, it is in the Quran and it is in the Bible. But na so ewu because Bible so not the help so for or say that dear cheno ewufu awu awrade na no better to tormento. But how can men and friends so awu 10 years ago 15 years ago or better to tormento? What it means is that in the wisdom of God he did not truncate the hearing of a human being. Even when you are dead you can still hear.
Hey. Say Isaiah cross from the moon.
It is obi wa. Me yakwa museye na say kotufura ya peniti. One say fanya he. Utikwa planning means that waso and ho. It is easy for see transformer baby. Me person will be the ato ho a. Me aye say near the party because you can still hear.
He is
as
smart.
A dead being.
He is unique. He is the best.
Very important. It's a to be a woman. Or born a patana on tape. Yago what a child. Me our young our Hosani Freno. Obi a yabu bi amfancha me. And yes, be a make be man how Debbie, but I'm saying something. Debbie. Akwane chiabante for gomweshem.
Ikachuli say eh.
And all yeah, pattern to Quano. Not doing yet, sir. Yes, I'm one more. No matter the first say, if you go what I can go what at my la workman. Yeah, pattern to where we are. They are woman saba. Watch out with the
King of morning shows.
In the wisdom of God. Even now on earth, if you cannot hear any sound, even when you are dead, in the supremacy and authority of God, you can still hear his voice. So at the last day when the trumpet has sound,
we no I almost sorry almost from some Pan-Africanist and an incrementalist anyone wine. More Kwame Nkrumah nkasa no ideology no nkasa mo ntiase eno ane se mo hwe aniswade hunu ne ne na oya no ana modem ho afolo ho te se ne His Excellency John Dramani Mahama e friend no so oye incrementalist oye Pan-Africanist no live Kwame Nkrumah dream ne bi hwe na se wo live Kwame Nkrumah dream ne bi mpo ena sa religious tolerance ne de yenim se nya de wo ho no ma eno no unya adaje enkofa oman sika samedi kosi hard village amankofo bi se omunko obi kuro so na ho ne ye holy land na ye mum ya ha ne de na chese no ne ye devil land untumi enka se okukuru sika se eye nesi ye de be ye international Thanksgiving day ye de be bom paye ewa abrami hu achievement bi oman na achieve wo de a we achieve ne se Ghana for ama massive vote. And overall, so yeah, Nkrumah who could Nkrumah ideology, the same thing any Captain Smart. Meanwhile, Ubaya Ankasaya Mamuhanma, there were so many philosophies near here. You bet to me, Eddie Achray Ankasayan Semu, Amana ye, Nansono, Derby, Bibiano, white man, Eddie, and a mobile issue. Bible, Quran. Meanwhile, yena nanom ewo saa nimdie we mu enyina ewo ho dada but okoka ebeka se yeboso monti onka nti oman na kasa na yetimo no ya ye confuse kra chen bibia
when the trumpet has sound
nienti a me pese ye tie na asem no ma ni kosi ye wi afi no ye celebrities a ewo man mu hanom no medi omo ho nkomo mi ndi nkwachiri ba meheda anya adaje aye omo ho full episode ankasa celebrities a omo wo man mu hanom no. The other day there was one young guy enzima for celebrities EBI. In fact born home even or put enzima on the map omian any bibi and chair celebrity mu eka ho asema mete na ma wosu meti na me sereno one can celebrity crowd no use the word influencers, and according to one you can influencer and then obi or ye bibi ma wo sere until where no ase influential meaning say influence our society so enunti ana enkofo eyusu am for advert inti say obi who say Shatawale like the ohwahode ogina stage energy awodi hurihuri any ade na say Shatawale be catch us say onom storm energy meaning say obenya influence also because we hwe how energetic any idea Shatawale esi etena meaning says you can say storm energy no and a man yes I no when ya ho advert pa okay Shatawale acham ni secret ene babia ewo bia no storm energy obe purchase then na e koso inti omo ye influencers and ombe to me anka influence the society no for in a positive manner by the say ni si ho no let me ba o yama Captain Smart mfa na no nsi.
When the trumpet has sound, you rise.
Amen.
Are you not surprised? It's a young woman.
Amen.
Pacho, nti wa nkasa no nti enyo.
So.
Eti asuwe ya wo hoyi. Eti asem.
Smart.
It is a good
morning show.
Now, let me watch some no one can. May I know my baby at so. Remember the from what about some other near the Asamoah.
Uncle baby, where the answer Ghana for your back away.
He is unique. He is the best.
We are the Buba to Sunipete. Now you're winning them. The children say, well, what's the Assan award there? You are walk a share.
I'm not meant to
What was saying, any pass them into a city pen. I am winning them. What's somebody? It's me, wouldn't that's how one can say, see, I'm Mobiante. Now come a chair, sama. Me do no ni nya befrew.
Captain Smart.
What am I watching you say
morning show.
Obeba na me gina ho.
Me da mo asese mo aba. Ebi ana ne mama.
Asem ni wi asem na wodi for the enti a mete ase wa meka na me ko na afi na obeka na me no mienu na ka sama do ho.
Hey. Kachuli say hey.
Emre bia Rollins wu ye na me wo Angel FM me ka kire wo say. JB to us say you be who tua sika be hwe no. The best we can have and say a security for what sort of way. We be do as simple captains was me ma mba. So ba. We be captains what I say ma hu. GH boy bet me be say dent na person hu no. One what some insisi so a hu me. Anamba. Assembly insisi so a hu me. That is the only thing people can do. But when we want security, we want protect me, no. Bisanyash, that men pass our Tantra Hills. How can the security man here protect me?
Sinapa.
Who says, coming.
Captain Smart.
Yeah, you would
of morning shows.
But who need? But TV so what Cape Coast when Cape Coast to Fuhine Kasai in Sambi home many a him for nanom ne bon komo call Western North your bon komo me ko BA your bon komo me tell go voter region your bon komo me buy see me nana ma him fu be akasia e bon komo me catch him say captain me who say we hold am say nana yesu if say celebrate be ni ho a o kire ne yaw e wa abonten. There's no celebrity. Michael Jackson in his pain. And what JB say, Lumba is the Michael Jackson of Ghana.
Captain Smart.
Ubi anywa. O what did Adia e plano ne yawo hum no o kire na bonten. E ba bonten Shatawale betimi aye live video wa kosre wa commentate. But meet him one-on-one at the point of his need and ask him that, Shat, what is your biggest problem on earth? Shatawale will tell you love.
Captain Smart, the king of morning shows.
No, what? A year or so girl be wo Kumasi. And you say, oh, bodam.
When
You say,
wait,
funny face no more than more. Obejidi, he needed nothing but love. Funny face, no powder. By a tikroma, I say, oh, abodam. Nothing yet. And Rabbi beside GH boy, did JB say, when was the very last time I celebrate me called first psychologist at Nananim? Ebusane say, Shemi, Demi Monkomo.
Razi, my MPP ni biara onya ahobrase
Na
MPP biara.
Mimi Twe, when was the last time I'm a psychologist? Sakaye, baby fufra ya dwini nipa ho a enya bi before. Aka what I went through in 2 years at that I was arrested for 39 times. Everyone was psychologist, man. Can me dey na be psychologist. But me dey
Abisha, unse Captain Smart Eddie ensam no eba na oka baby nti a me say me pese ode na no si na me draw me nsam efrim eba na me dey see celebrities so na ho na okeka eba no o say if say ye your maya ye serious a anka ye chi no ekotu mu se sen ode ma me nsan ne kakra bi ne nsan nti
My MPP ni biara onya ahobrase
na
MPP ni biara.
Mimi Twe, when was the last time I'm a psychologist? Sakaye, baby fufra ya dwini nipa ho a enya bi before.
Dwini nipa ho na enya bi.
Aka what I went through in 2 years at that I was arrested for 39 times.
Okay. Yes,
everyone was psychologist, man. Can me dey na be psychologist. But me dey na anti bi ni Mr. Niamane, anti amanu na Mr. Man, no mu ina no. They think the captain is a strong man.
Enti Captain Smart enim say yati oman we mu yendwi nipa ho yati oman we mu yendwi nipa ho da ben kra na je itoye. Is it Saturday or Sunday? Da ben Sunday ena eja etowo Madina ehonum baabi. That Sunday no eja eto Madina honum no na mini ababa ko ewo Germany ono nso na apartment orashi akọ adwuma ose na ya se opeso ogbowa bi ti ode akakaduro ni niam bi esi so na adwuma mu ka bai oba abefa no nti na orashi na mene na akasa orashi so obekọ adwuma mti sa ni refi wandum gas no abusha mene wo kasa within 5 minutes okoduru adwuma mu no ni ya fra no se ne dan den hye ya fra no ofura adwuma mu oba no adwuma mu wofo etu nipa miensa ene di nachi efura adwuma eba afie adentia bia ya fra no na wonam kwan so wo no ayem hihye anase bibi nti obetumi ade atwa ahwe nti ya di nipa aka na ho send a bay on bet to train a rare and I said, Bibi cry a happen. Almost bet to me, I turn it to one answer for room. Now, no so who or cocodri and I are friends sending dying ashy because and yes, I dine a craja to move, we see no more wound or honum no. Meno work I say ambulance, Mionisiwo, police for a fire service, a drone de dada. O drew one my bisa ni key and this one tana who a crown fire. One who you omo ye gwa your bupono na pono nsani esi bu no who say the bibia bomu your bupono na wura honum ni enti ye bupono say the omo dwen say obi wo honum a wo ye den o hye anase wo wu fast na ebi mu afa mpumam na ebi mu afa hanom akoho ene ekodu ya dundum meter aye bibia within a short possible time no omo dwen nipa ho system no ye adwuma eno ene ade a anka wo Captain Smart yenim se wunim sa na ma we nyina wa wo ti anoma wo kan anka wo kwotena wo show so eye de gaga bomugu ya so mu anka system no a enya adwuma na wo fight for enso wo ti wonu mu wo fu NDC ba ye MPP abase o man no poto akona wakasa because waje contract wo NDC wonum Shana kanokre wanka omaba anka omaba wie so si omo so no munye ne wo so omo ye ni na so waka wano atum dwen waka wano atum Igbo ho nsansam ya saa Igbo kin wei wa already wako akwa jisika ba bia obekwa akoduru bia no no akwa jisika miwa akwa amenkroma saa yanjiska no wanya bi even ni oman na nkasa kwa so kwa de ma no kwa no emao ekekeka omusa no ekoso de ma no kwa no still ojam edema oman no wo upon ye wanya nyina chi still o da so elfum bi kan nti ama no kwa ye friend no kre untumi nka bi enne oto ye ka sesanka ye oman a ne ye oman papa nka system kra ye adwuma e ba ne san ni yetume chi o mako 39 say ye oman a ye so no kra ye adwuma wo oman ni mu a ye chew ni ajao ni achew ni ajao ni achew ni ajao saa 39 oman a no kra wo mu e ba de na aba ne saa because anka wo first offense no kra say your first offense na why ye nya chewo no ebia ye investigation 1 or 2 reason binti ene ye jawa etoso mienu a meaning say eye boapayo but because yeti oman a system enya adwuma and eno na wakasa ma na ye den efri wako ye ya na wa press ono no mra so a oba ya the same thing eno ono so eye na wote harum efe enesa na wa wunim we nyina nti boapaye sika ya pack agu botomu nti wa ye din wonka ho hwe
As I'm saying, what you now, I saw you are a strong person. Most strong people on earth are torn people on earth.
He is
but
smart.
you don't know. The strongest people that you see on earth, either by action, by words, or by whatever, they are the most torn people on earth.
Captain
You got
Smart,
no idea.
the king of morning shows. He is smart.
Can you imagine, say, Yachimiako NIB office? Na Antibia or Yemi Group CEO, or Ba Sabia Bruce Sabia Nyado, one kunu one ba. Na Minti, Waba Betna NIB office, na Otonko. What do you think? Send an echo to my dream.
I don't take shot.
What he said? That didn't have a toll on me. I was actually dissipated
Captain Smart.
in the frontiers of the conscientism of a human being. I was actually dissipated because how can my group CEO not the NIB? Na Otonko. Why? Because Wama Brante be a fed Captain Smart. Yachino. So I can't get him say it's Yachino.
I don't take shot. I take money.
Sakaya baby, can you ask way? Psychologists they coming in me and Westia because one a camera person ultra so far the camera person the who question of what are the Francis can you woman crown and a bush of crown psychologist war?
Captain
Just to find out what is wrong with us.
King of morning shows.
This is a wrong century. And I'm always
Say, you know, be and kill, be a what doing what's a manu. Celebrities are like men. Nobody speak for us.
Captain
Die in our silence. 99% of men die because of the weakness of silence. Because you bu be you catch up say be mensu. Eti JB bre nana kwame tete nyas owu antaru ye mia ne kon but be mensu. The Bible so na we say this is how celebrities in the world are being treated.
Inti abusha Captain Smart one. Or you one of those so according to no or per se celebrating no nemum and my rating no. Me why the opposite sisi aye rating no by celebrating no. Ye celebrate is I wo man mu ha no mo. Minim the weather minus mo mpese manu betia obi na no krani mom so de e wo se ye ka e kire omo. Omo ya ba mofo rough. Ye can celebrate ya ma menkire obi. Obi te se Bob Marley. Celebrate bia enchin Bob Marley. Anka was a worldwide. Ye celebrate no. Na up till now cry na also ye koso celebrate no. Obi te se Lucky Dube. Or ye one of the celebrities anka also we are seeing na ye koso celebrate no. Obi te se Michael Jackson. Or ye celebrity. Up till now anka also ye koso celebrate no. Yes, anya de omo ye nipa obia e wo ne sinto. But ye wone ma bi wo hono ma omo ye ede ma wiase nyina. She obi te se Akon eye celebrity adentia bibili okwa kwotena US na twedi ampon aya adom no wabie ni nsam no wantena ho anya dinyo ohun se dabi ye ne memman ye ne abibiman endi ne yie nti on kana no entumu nti Akon ewo liberation enyum bebre minim bi kra minim pot of gold minim bi kra no minim interviews ahodo a Akon a grant a ultra hawa abibiman ne pa a ewe mu minim Akon interview a ya wo kire say even say bibini ese oye celebrity na se ka bi na ode show a eye ono ane de nanso ko US any other countries ubo say celebrity bi anase influential bi eye program bi okuta Rosarious cars bi odo anyo mu nyina enso bokom no na enya den dia adenti no otumi nya those things no de aboni show man yeye ni na say the system is working over there inti ne ema ye celebrities ahodo bebre na no ebe wi ase na omo abrabo aye miserable ni nyina no omo so omo ka ho bi because the system is not working and the system na ain't working leaders ye choose one no. Here is the case omo kuro ya no yenti mamufo no amo matumi anya position bi agina no the only option omo wo instead of so omo be fight amaye because omo duru so omo ani ate woni ma bi ho omo konkofo kuro so omo hu ne ekoso wa manfo kurom ne pa ekoso wo ho nhihye pa omo de agu akwan mu wo ho instead of say omo ba be kire omo chidi fo ne say jo we ni we na won konkofo kurom ekoso yenso ye kurom hanum ye bia ebe ye inti mum ye nya bi leaders bi wo ho no ma omo deserve say you choose omo say leaders because already e dika choose omo ye hu ni omo ye ukonkofo kuro mo omo ade nhyehyɛ pa agu akwan mu emma omo ho to omo na enye sa na ye omo ade enye sa na omo ka omo asam enye sa na omo ye omo hyehyɛ na enye treatment say and omo de mass citizen no instead of say those so called celebrities are ewo omo emu anum beye no omo nye bi nti number 1 me da bia me kasa me ka bibia obi a me ankasa me support no saa mfom so no na me di ni di kan me Shatawale ye kan say sa kwode eye me number 1 fan but uyi ni free mu anye ye sa kwode ennim ni ekoso nyina awo ye political system mu o story ye na nyom ene MPP obebashe nyom ama MPP CCA into inflation sa kwode tenase ehye nyom kama edigwa MPA NDC for chima the same thing ena ya kan say nyom ba akui ni obeka say enti say mete kanem na me mabeko school free a ene na na to aso yi eno so all the buy yes yankas why bonu but ankani nyina achi nso no eba ne say ne mafo a enko yie nso na eno so fawura wundwum na fa bie wachi difo no ani na ye hu ne ekoso wo system no mayedi na aya na mo refi mo ho sika obetumi Ghana hawo ho hwe obetumi anya sika seden se wan fa kwatu kwan bi so amfa amọ ho ban because the system no enye na system no corrupt no ubo se bewi ase no na sika wanya nyina no na abeje agu bewi ase na wo life I am miserable because you need proper health care bia ewo oman na ansa na wonya wo pain take arrangement ni ade se wo nko obi krom na nkosa ye ho yare no eho na abete osamia enti sisi ame no kasai adwa smart nya eneba adwa smart o oman na yetimu no yentumi ntenase embise bisa ya honsam adenti na ye celebrities ahodo no ne wanya ka akwanhia anwunu a at the end no obohu na yare boni bi abebo no obeshi no hu sika nyina ye nya results mvrim no waye mmobo se enkofo antumi amantama amagigi sika bi ade amoa na enokwa ye bewi ase no still na odi atwa so adentia system na enye awo man na ye fight no makama no atum muwie kra muwie no masan akwa support this political party ai nti ye ba beto Shatawale upon sika hodo wenya nyinai mabunu a ediwachi bra omobre wantumi adwen sa mabunu no ho anhwe se amanyofo we mo no maintenance wan obetumi abo oman no menchire mabunu niema bi ekwan bi omomfa so fa nkoto aba ena woko butu mahama anim kakra obeji agu botomu nti woko butu nanim ne be wi ase no na system no enya adwuma proper system bia eni honom enhyehyɛ papa bia eni honom am na be wi ase na fe life na I miserable no na mudi gaga na fasum ena matondwuma maye efe de ne omudi tua mokane forgetting say almost omu kamu no na muni you people are nowhere to be found nti ohwe Michael Jackson a obonyum let's make the world a better place for me and for you eka politician for selfish nti a enu nti modi akone ade a ensem fata ese nkola ese nnua ekum moa ekum nipa ese emma so many ones Lucky Dube na autonyom liberation black and white ye ina ye baako na politicians akwamboni a omo faso na omo expose ni nyina into we yet many kwa na say onya aware of those things na we create awareness at the amount ye dey ye wo mamu anum den omo ye party nyom into that the lumba ye legend me kasa that the lumba nye legend o ye legend nanso nipa bia e wo ne nanso anyum bi wa ha awen fa kwa we anan dabi enye we oh that the lumba nyoma ɛsɛ ne credibility ɛyɛ wei Ghana for yɛ downfall kɛseɛ nyinaa ɛfiri saa nwom wei meba bɛbɔ akyerɛ wo yɛ downfall ne kɛseɛ paa ɛfiri nwom wei ana sɛ obi nim na sɛ ɔbɛtwerɛ no wɔ hɔ ɛde ama me a meka no ɔma ano a ɛnyɛ de nti ma memmɔ nwom no ɛmfa nkyerɛ wo Ghana for downfall kɛseɛ nyinaa no ɛfiri no abusua mesrɛ wo ba so ano abɔ mmɔden ana mommɔ love no so ɛma me na mon kɔmɛte kɔsisi a no yɛbɛdi ɔman no ho nkɔmmɔ adwuma a ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo yɛ na ɔman no tumi fa ne ntoma pa ɛfiri no ɔmo nyɛ yɛbɛmia yɛn ho ayɛ nipa baako anaasɛ mmienu koraa no a yɛbɛka ɛbɛkɔ humu udin no de mehumbo humu baako mema wakɔ aba sɛ waba wada ma bɔ mmɔden ana bɔlave no so na hyɛ ma me nti Daddy Lumba ɔyɛ legend paa but ne nwom baako a to me no so wobisa me a mɛka kyerɛw sɛ ɛsɛe ne credibility paa ɛyɛ nwom wei amemmɔ nkyerɛw Nado dankwa ne epo enyum wei bakwa koyenim na nado dankwa ne epo na nado dankwa ne epe eno ne enne yeshu rade na nado dankwa ne epe Daddy Lumba ne nyum a obo ede ma yen eno no anyum wei so na di yawu kese na nso no anka abra saa ne mani nyina ekoso yi na anka wo se Daddy Lumba esan ba out dabi na nado dankwa ye pe no na enye se ne ye pe no but ni na adwom okana no tum the same thing na sa akode ebo inflation esan ba bo ye sameda kanem na sam ma be ko school free dia na na to aso Ghana for kam na sa akode aye di saa ne celebrities a yɛwɔ edugu ɔman anu saa pepepepepepepepepe edu politics ne ya ɔmo de ɔmo bɛhyɛ mu but edu emre a yɛhi ɔmo so ɔmo bɛkasa wɔ mu ni bia ɔmo nkasa forgetting say ɔmo di celebrities ɔmo di influencers na ɛda ɔmo so no etumi yɛ bibi papa saa celebrities ya na say influencers yi ɔmo betumi ayɛ bibi papa ama ɔman na tumi afa ne ntoma pa afira na so no ɔmo yi na adwom me ne wo kasai Igbo ken ni ho nsensam sɔre yi wan na aba bɛka bibi afa ho but ɛno no aya na ɛno ne de mintumi mbremu ɔmo bebree because Igbo ken because sasem we na aya na Ghana for entimas ne wo ho ɛno na me ba so no nti celebrities for ne de no ɛno no nti sɛ ɔmo yɛ moba ɔmo di adwa smart me ne wo kasai onye eneba adwa smart o afei ana kwaku manu so akopa asase half plot bi ama no ana omo srese Ghana for nye donation na omo fa moa na adwa smart maintain no menini ni issue bia me wo a wote a me kan unya bi ma ne mbro wo so no sa wo bibi eye na wo pese stadium pon ehira wa wo kosirem omo ena omo bre nsu omo benom kra ya asam omo Covota region omo na omo bre nsu omo benom kra ho ode ma omo ye wasika fo omo free sirem egu ha nhwehwani ma doye ena oman we ye nimu ye a free individual so saa edeko the whole country no nhwehwani ma doye no for no abra wo mo bre voter and inkwasi bi nsu omo benom kra eden ebi mo na omo source of insuo a omonum river bodies ni ade any streams ahodo na egugugu sisi ya de galamsey aseni na say chabam ya de galamsey aseni nyina o enso Ibrahim Mahama efri north wajai north fo na omo bra wo honom na otia jese wante so obi hwene abu pa no aba abafa no de na to pray mu na UK sometime jese wante so obi ani aka pa no aba abafa de na to pray mu UK sometime jese wante so obi na yate te no abafa no pa no de ne ko meanwhile say sika ni na akra no anka wo betumi de si clinic ni bi kra wo okurom wo de sisi wo na say ya hanum kwa na obi yare a me clinic yam ye wenti na me ye pa na de na ko wenti na me ye pa na de na ko but yesa sika no ni a find ways and means ni a brand pa obi kurom ene ye de eko nti sa wo bibi ye ma adwa smarter wada ma bohos nipa mi hu se ne so ye bi aye stone boy me ye some pa hu videos a me ye ma hu bi wo online. I don't know how true is it, but things are not a media and so na ye ke kasa enti Igbo keni hu nsansami eno na me ba so anape me be ye life na me bisa say sisi a Ghana youth Mahama akasa o say ye ndipoti Nigeria phobia na ye nyina ye baako na Igbo ken no omo ye ne ho investigation no a storm in a teacup obube no edito Ghana for say ye ba abaye protest da bia no protest we ne de enye protest bia eye bibi gidigidi bi ye nua baako aye ho education ono fire our YouTuber and also no my year after this life no me post this video no so e the amount ti mesro say aya no wa share na unya subscribe to channel so na wa subscribe yentie how ye bra Cyrus esi e describe asam no ene ekwan a ye fa so ye na ye benya results every na enkoye te se ne previous anasa abrani abobia no ne ekoso no eno ena me medical preach na Ghana for bebre na entemase mesa Igbo kinwe maye no so many videos o de teacher me be pare ni videos ahodo bi nipa bebre na adwan hye da anye dey ankoso ne ma ba betena ha me hye da nkasa bebre ena me nyusu we me yusu app ametumi show video no e wo screen so na wan kasa wo ho bi enkofo a ono ankasa office o man na ankasa wo tumi Captain Smart de kra de se ye hina ye ho no presidential candidate from Haiti etumi ba ono ne na ase wo ye maamu hanom e mo no no address so ono no ye king na nka oso ye ni chief but for now no onye ni chief na emom o mani tumi e ka tumi a o mani powers na ma wo de akọ Haiti krom worom na okwa even president out so kra will bow down to him na me okan ye na anya me wanwa because ya nkasa ye pray for kra bow down to him enunti ena o mampanyin kofo efre no his royal majesty enti me anya me wanwa enti yentie se ne ye bra Cyrus esi e describe protest na ye kan wa samono.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Cyrus and this is Tuntum Network in Accra, Ghana. Be sure to subscribe if today is your first time watching my video, and also click on the bell to receive prompts to watch all my previous videos and subsequent one. So since yesterday, I have received at least 3 messages of an alert of an incoming walk. I don't know whether to just call it a peaceful walk or whether it's a protest or a demonstration yet. But it is obviously the gathering of concerned Ghanaians for the purpose of expressing their displeasure towards certain happenings within Ghana, ladies and gentlemen. So it is a flyer that has on it a couple of different statements and hashtags. This is it. I cannot confirm the organizers of this event at this particular time, but I want to believe Ghana Lives Matter could be the organizing body. The event is meant to take place at the Obra Spot at the Kwame Nkrumah Circle on the 9th of August 2025. That is 4 days away on Saturday. The flyer is titled "We Are Not Safe Walk," with illegal and undocumented immigrants must go written right under it. And the following statement are also
we na me kanu illegal and undocumented foreigners must go. Inti si yɛka sɛ illegal and undocumented foreigners a one ɔmo a ɔmo amfa kwan papa na ebewura ɔman nim ɛna afei ɔmo yɛ illegal and criminalities ɛwɔ ɔman nim no ɔmo ɛna wɔsɛ yɛtu ɔmo sa nti si yɛbɛtu sa no so a ɛkwan bɛn ɛna yɛbɛfa so ɛtu no yɛbra Cyrus ɛba bebiebiem because yɛ specify ne sɛ all Nigerians must go a na akɔyɛ te sɛ xenophobia a akɔyɛ te sɛ South Africa for adie ni bi but wei no yɛsi saa work wei no mekra mɛbɔ me ho mɔde sɛ bɛduru ɔno menya transportation bi no mu akɔ bi ɛyɛ Accra na da bia na yɛ na meka Ghana nkasa demonstration wei ɛni sɛ happen wɔ Accra nko na nka ma organize mekan Accra gyinam Kumasi gyinam Takoradi gyinam Sunyani gyinam all the capital cities no regions ne capital cities ni na ne gyinam kyekyelenkyei ɛno na mpanyinfoɔ no bɛhu sɛ yɛni abere but we want yɛ na Accra nko a but at least improvement ɛbam and minim sɛ yɛ kasa yi yɛ kɔkɔ no ɛbɛduru demonstration bi a ɛbɛgye across the country because ayɛ akɔyɛ sɛ yɛyɛ ha na ha yɛ ha na ha yɛ ha na ɛma mpanyinfoɔ no pressure na ɛkɔ ɔmo so ne sua ne mom anka all the regions capital yi ni nyinaa no ɛka bɔ mu a ɛno na mpanyinfoɔ bɛhu sɛ yes wei no biribi kɔɔ mu ani nti ɛwɔ sɛ ɔmo hwɛ na ɔmo di yɛ di mind no ho adwuma ɛde ɛma yɛ.
Are also printed on the flyer. Ladies and gentlemen, save our retail businesses, save our next generation, save our women, end Ashawo now. Let our laws work, end kidnappings, end armed robbery, end ritual murders, end fraud now, and save our lives. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you are just a little objective and forthright with the truth, you will just know that this whole exercise is targeted at one group of people. And I find it quite interesting looking at all the different people who are saying stuff on the internet, especially on social media. Therefore, I want you to come with me as I look into the reason for this event and why you should or should not consider participating in it. Let's jump in. If it's
nti abusha na yɛ bra Cyrus ɛka no so ne yɛ babaa mu because to ɔno no hu sɛ the target no ɛyɛ particular person bi and as a particular group of people bi and me no me no say ne te ne medi kan no Nigerians must go but illegal immigrant ɛnyɛ Nigeria for Chinese for Lebanese but I was wondering say Ghana for esu only about say Nigeria for na ɛgye yenuma ɛyɛ ukɔ aduma minim sɛ ne yesi ɛte retail ase adum market ahodo bebre India for ɛdia adum market ahodo bebre Lebanese for ɛdia ɛyɛ retail shop ɛba ne sɛ na no ne de ɔmo operate na obi amɔ ho wa adum market bebre me say Lebanese for ɛdia bebre India for ɛdia ɛyɛ retail adan ɛna no de yɛayɛ din a yɛnka ho asɛm and the same thing na akɔ Accra so a retail shop ahodo bebre na no a yɛ top fridges 11 kettles ɛne adeɛ nyinaa no ɛyɛ Lebanese ne saa nkɔfo wei mu ɛdia adan na no ne yɛnka ho asɛm nti illegal immigrant Nigerians Chinese for Lebanese for ɛne wan nyinaa no si yɛyɛ demonstration na ɔmo nyinaa no ɛyɛ included ɛna ɔmo kaayɛ no kidnapping yɛn mpanyinfoɔ no hwɛ because ɔsi etu ase efiri ɔman anim Ashawo ɔsi etu ase efiri ɔman anim ɛyi nkɔra a yɛtete ɔmo fa ahodie so ɛne a whole lot ɛna ɔbɔbɔ ɔyɛ no nti ɛna ɔka no neɛ ɛwɔ sɛ o consider ada sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɔdo ɔho hyɛm anasɛ ɔdo ɔho hyɛm.
That's just the face value. But if you have followed up on what's happening on the internet recently, especially on social media, you also know that there is a connotation of a particular group of people in relation to this statement. You know it, I know it. Let's not play games with it or waste anybody's time. Now, I find that statement to be very relative depending on your location and economic situation, because many people in Ghana feel very safe. Ghana generally is a safe place to live, and therefore in the right context it is in reference to other Ghanaians whose lives are endangered one way or the other by way of where they live or the streets they use often. The reality is, ladies and gentlemen, there are certain places in the country that has become quite dangerous to move around, especially at night, and certain foreign or irregular occurrences that are becoming common of late. This is where the problem is. And in all honesty, the overall security in the last few months in Ghana hasn't been the best. If you're objective, that is a fair conclusion. There are a lot of things stated on the flyer that are actually happening on a daily basis. I have to be honest.
Yeah.
So let's deal with them one at a time. Illegal and undocumented immigrants in Ghana. That is one of them. That is a genuine issue to discuss. This is because there are tens of thousands of non-Ghanaians in the country who are completely unknown. They are unknown, and I mean they have no printed identification to prove who they are and why they are here. Now, most of such people came into the country through unapproved routes. They have no identification whatsoever. We don't even know what their real names are. We have no record of who they were in their home countries, ladies and gentlemen. But the immigration system in Ghana makes it possible for a non-Ghanaian to be known within the country. If you didn't know, I want to bring this to your attention. Ghana provides two types of identification systems. We have the Ghana card that is given to citizens of the country, and then we have the foreigners Ghana card. The foreigners Ghana card is given to all non-citizens of this country. Ladies and gentlemen, those who live often in this country. So if you are a non-citizen and you don't have a non-citizen Ghana card, you become suspicious. We don't know who you are.
Yes.
Therefore, going on a walk or protest against such people is the right thing to do, but must be done right. This is where, if we have to do it, we have to get it done right. The work must be ultimately directed towards the law enforcement agencies to handle. It cannot therefore be a walk or protest where you go directly towards foreigners or their shops or foreign individuals.
Asama de bia making and no one pepe and I brasaros eking. Inti ye protest na enya ho no. Omudi na daso nti ye protest no. But omo a say omutu eho anamon no. Ene ye di eni bre no ekwa akose omo so. Na omo so omo tu anamon no. If you say ye your mind is serious obi di bone na se ebo hodi sa nipa na ye start from above say a institution na ne other institution na no ye hold no na ono wu say da bi say nyame na me ye dia ene ne oto ame no na ono so hold no sa eno na me yetumi tu bone ase eno na ye bra Cyrus kirem e wa ha no.
We should not do that, ladies and gentlemen. And I love the fact that they stated on the flyer that let our laws work. That is exactly how it's supposed to be. The flyer also says save our retail businesses, and again it must be enforced by law enforcement agencies. The problem I'm seeing with many of the items on the flyer doesn't really have to do with Ghanaians going after non-citizens per se, but after the requisite law enforcement agencies. Please hear me out. For instance, when it comes to the influx of illegal and undocumented people in the country, that is on the immigration service to handle.
Yes.
When it comes to non-citizens engaging in the retail industry, that's on the Ghana Union of Traders Association, GUTA, to handle. The ashawo or prostitution industry, kidnappings, armed robbery, ritual murders, and the rest are all for the police service to handle. Therefore, this work or this silent protest, if I may call it so, must be directed towards the different legally mandated agencies in the country. If that is the purpose for the walk, then ladies and gentlemen, I will admonish all Ghanaians, including myself, to join in. We have the obligation to force the hand of our state institutions to get to work. This is how democracy is practiced. The Inspector General of Ghana's police should be held accountable for when crime is increasing. The Comptroller General of Immigration Service of Ghana must be held accountable for the issues that is related to non-Ghanaians loitering on our streets and dealing in all manner of illegal enterprises. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we ought to do it. Let's not just walk and drum and chant for nothing. If we are going to walk or protest, let's do it differently from the rest of the chaos that is happening on the other parts of the world. Let's make it effective. That is what I'm ultimately saying, and this is how I suggest we can do it. The walk should be headed to the office of the IGP of Ghana and to the office of the CGP of Ghana. The walk should also be headed to the office of the president of Guta. If we choose not to use the legal framework to enforce the laws but do it on our own, ladies and gentlemen, two things are most likely going to happen. The first is we will most likely end up in the same situation we protested against after a few days. I guarantee you this, and nothing would have changed. Good. Or it could easily turn into a violent protest that could affect both protesters and the people who they went against. Ladies and gentlemen, this could even spill over to innocent people and their properties. This is why, in my opinion, such a walk or protest must be done with the letters of consent addressed to the heads of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, the Inspector General of Police, and to the Comptroller of the Immigration Service of Ghana. In my opinion, this should be the primary focus for the walk, because this is why those officers are paid. I know you love this country and the peace we have and don't want any foreign group or persons to destroy what we have built here. I love this country too, bro. I love this country too. I believe Ghana is the best country to live, whether for family, to raise kids, or to work. And I know these challenges we have can be resolved. That's why I want to use my platform to say this to the organizers of this work. Please listen to me. Anger doesn't solve any problem anywhere in the world. Agitations are acceptable, but the solution isn't in the fury of the agitations itself. Ladies and gentlemen, the solution lies in being strategic to push the right buttons for the right people to be activated to do the right things. If you didn't get me, rewind and listen to it again. You may think Ghana police and immigration services are corrupt, but trust me, I've lived in many African countries. They are better in so many ways than most. They are so far one of the reasons why we have the peace we have in this country. So let's rather deploy them to do what they are commissioned to do for the sake of fairness and for peace, ladies and gentlemen. When we hold the right people accountable, we'll end up building a solid nation we can all enjoy. Trust me, this route is better than the other options. I rest my case on this. But thank you for taking time to watch this, and please make
Nti abusha asama da bia meka no no mama yanhwe na yan direct ye bibia emfa nko ye mpanyim for no eso. And Ghana no always bia no ye approach of situation no aye bibia wo nti wo TikTok a obi ka asema nipa ni nya bo bibi so na no nsiye no ne nya adwe na no asom anu say yenwumre na me yes some settings be on TikTok na me yes o ene e bi YouTube be ba so mo na ya na mba kro mo nim komodia na internansa me peke na mama na question bia o address bibi e koso wo man me ne guy ba ko dim komo na yenua ba ko ba be condemn sama nyusu strategical way ni nyansa bia amfa nka me down anka no an say bon sam komo aye di na ni na aye den asai nti aye ye ntwe yebo ne si approach problem nti te say ne ye bra Cyrus e kan no the same thing na me say sa iwokin when some say ba iwokin ne de ono ne de anya fi kra na ye ba so no de e was say paying for no. By every means there are so many answers as I must say a storm in a cup still answer, and I was saying you said there is a punishment for him. Yes, sir. E bi cry, but man na kumpa. Sempe phone decide this one man nkwa. was you say your punishment to be amana best serve to a less nama other people because this Igbo king ne numusem ne action ne niema ahodo bebre na serve ma who say onye credible and in fact me who say me use the word criminal and I say because I didn't cry na onim pay for ahodo bia ebe gina unu mbetwa picture and you put those pictures outside I didn't ya so I dey no you pay for na adwen emma so and my mention wade this one of the things in here ya na nkofo bebre hu pay for person no mu twa picture and celebrities bebre na are avoided to have picture with others because sometimes I'm munya advantage at the fraud nkofo oh me na me hwe obi a me ne Ghana president ya wo picture and one so obeyi one Mahama picture obeyi one Bawomi ade obeyi one Nana Ado de obeyi one Yaman Penyin Kofo de a whole lot of pictures obeyi nanka hey chale me say nsam we me kaka na etwa msunu mu kra ne Yaman Penyin Kofo say otumi e fresh nobody way his the way he address no his royal majesty nti say nipa we also ode ade say e de kwa scam obi a e be re no ntumi scam no man nyeyi abusha adam de ubesi mesro also subscribe na wa share CCM say aka nipa ba ko pe na me ne no e wo line so minia nim say otemen kana say bia mu be pese obeba so no aba be ka bibi dia ma me hu o comment section na say na me ma online na friend na bra so be ka bibi anso ni wonu mo a me no ka say bia so o yare ya ba ne say e bia asthma diabetes hepatitis B stroke na hawa and for wani nko ba bia say ope pure organic herbal remedy a yemfa chemicals bia enfra mu dia and for wani chiro dia support spiritual and herbal center ho na wayaresa ebe free aba number aye didi juma no 054 330 4976 054 330 4976 ti be ti enyomi esi na obia amaso ana chese
baba no maje be kebe kuri obeya ye mami mo baba no kutuku be kebe chemo ebeya me poduni ansemi lo etike ni ebese mo asemie me kubie bokame aya mame owo kuni oya emfa poni yonje bete pon moche ni akoko no ni baba ndenga ngome aso pero mo kwa ni be no maje pero mo kwa ni be no maje be aso no nyoma le mumu ni akomi amokora be no maje amoto amonye babu enya kwa ebre nje kwa ba wonti ni akonu die kamuru koju ni akomi amo ba fakeni be okebedi aho kazu na ho kazu ni amage ngomio mi mami o mangombe du akoko aju angremo afa obese awasemi aro aju asemi aro afa kutuku ye ano aju bonu lo okoji mbre ndi obre koko ni angua afoni aju ni o mango mo beti be koko enyama bie konso o won we ba efo bisa wonu ane bobo ye ni mo baba no maje be kebe kuri obe ye mami mo baba no kutuku be kebe chemo ebe me koju ni ansemi lo etike ni ebe se mo asemie me kubie bokame aya mame owo kuni oya emfa pon yonje bete pon moche ni akoko no ni baba ndenga ngome aso pero mo kwa ni be no maje pero mo kwa ni be no maje be aso no nyoma le mumu ni akomi amokora be no maje amoto amonye babu enya kwa ebre nje kwa ba wonti ni akonu die kamuru koju ni akomi amo ba fakeni be okebedi aho kazu na ho kazu ni amage ngomio mi mami o mangombe du akoko aju angremo afa obese awasemi aro aju asemi aro afa kutuku ye ano aju bonu lo koko jimble ndi oble akpe koko ni agua afọ ni aju yo mango mo.
Right, the Busha Hanam de Mobisi, Ebesan Asia Ebim.